Hey everyone, this is project indoor today. Actually, I got my friends over. Just say hello.
Hi.
Yes, her name is Lynx, by the way. But anyway, so she loves gardening very much, and she loves eating this type flower. Do you know what kind of flower it is? This is pumpkin flower. This is all of them. They are male flower. So normally it could be better. You could pick the male flower like after a few hours. If you want to hand pollinate it, the pumpkin like to the female flower, but normally after a few hours and the flower shrivel anyway, and if you already pollinated the female flower and all of this, they will waste anyway, and few hours after that normally the bees they took all the pollen already. So normally my friend she like to come over and then she like to harvest this flower and she prepare it in them to like this, and then we're gonna stir fry them with garlic. They are delicious. I tried some the other day, but one thing though, I want to let you know that the pollen inside, you make sure you took to take them off, because this bit they make the dishes very bitter. So you want to make sure all of it off. So you just want to keep only nicely like just the flower petal like this, very nice and clean, and make sure you, after all you prepare like this, you wash them several times as well. So make sure all the pollens go away. Alright, so example, she just kind of pinned it down by, with her finger actually, and just pulled it down. Just pinned it, and you just pull it down, the skin off actually, and after that you can have beautiful, smooth and young stem, and it's very easy just to break them down into little. And I know some kind of this kind of measurement, I'm not sure, but I think it's up to you as well. You can do a little bit longer, it doesn't matter, but it's very easy to break the stem like that after you peel the skin off. So we got the project indoor today, and because it's outside very hot, we were outside and my friend she helped me to trim some of the the very young shoot like this, but and quite small as well, because I want to keep the bigger a stem, that means for help for the to nurture the food, but on the little one we try to take them off because waste of energy of the vine anyway, and some of the vine very little and they form the fruit, how they form the flower, and just the flower just turn to yellow and drop off because it didn't have enough energy, that means to keep the flower. So on the little young stem like this, we can eat as well and do the same. Example, my friend she can show you. I just holding the phone, so a little bit hard for me to demonstrate. But this normally is they sell in the restaurant in Vietnam as well, and quite expensive as well. So she just pinned it down, and all the skin will come up and very easy to break it. And I will show you how I stir fry with garlic later as well. And the leaves we can eat as well, and we normally just eat the young leaf, very young leaves and shoot, but we try not to eat the older leaf because we have so many anyway. Oh, one more note though, this part is very young shoot on the top here, but make sure that you take the little baby shoot off or the baby foot off, because that will that bit is quite bitter, so you don't want that. You want to take the bit off and eat the bits. Like normally the young shoot like this, we don't have to peel the skin much, but when we just stir fry them, they all shrivel and they get soft. And the tendril, you can see this one, normally the tendril, they grab on something, and I recommend we don't eat this one either, okay? Because this one, it makes the dish bitter as well. So we remove this. After a while, we nearly finished, and we pick all the tendril off, even the tendril like on the flower head as well, like a little bit lazy. We take it on off as well. And she's gonna take some home, and I'm going to keep some at home as well for me and my husband. But before that, I'm gonna rinse them off, and I will see you a bit in the kitchen. Alright, so on the stove I got this quite large pot or fry pan, and then I add about 3 tablespoons of the cooking oil, and I did add about 3 crushed cloves of the garlic in. I prefer to crush the garlic than just normal chop finely, because this way I feel that the flavor of the garlic really stand out. So I just wait until the garlic is starting to getting brown, and then I'm gonna add the vegetable in, or the pumpkin parts in. So let me show you. So here are the pumpkins parts that they sit on this kind of rack for half an hour after I wash them, and they looking really good, looking very fresh, and I can see the garlic starting to get brown. Now I'm gonna add everything in actually. This type of vegetable, they cook very quick, just around 2 or 3 minutes. And you can see that seems like a lot of the vegetable, but they can shrink down a lot. And I have to tell you, this is delicious. It just takes time to prepare, quite finicky. Like you could see my friends, she would prepare it very comfortably, and I did together with her after I finished talking to you earlier. So I did together with her. So I just gonna stir them all together until they shrink down. So make sure you keep the stove on quite high. And just take about 2 or 3 minutes to cook. And so during this time, I add some salt. Normally we eat with rice and another salty dish like with meat or with fish or something else. And MSGs or monosodium glutamate. So some in. A little bit hard to tell you that exactly how much I add in here. So I'm sorry about that, but also depends on how much you want to add in there as well. So if you're not sure, you just add a little. That's it. But this is just no kind of general way that I just want to show you how I prepare pumpkin parts like flower and petals and leaves and stem, and they will add into like beautiful addition to your home cooked dishes. You can see that after about 30 seconds it already shrink down. Yeah, I'm sorry if you heard any noise at the background. I think my daughter, she just play game with her friends. You can see that already shrink down, and you don't want it overcooked either. So you see at the beginning I add a lot of oil in, but now you can't see much about the oil in there. It's kind of like they mix all together with the vegetable, but you can see there's some juice of the vegetable they come out. It's nearly done. I love eating the young leaves, and of course the flower, they are delicious. I think it's nearly done. Let me have a taste. I love to try the young shoot. It's done already. It's delicious. Okay, I turn the stove, and let me get the plate out. So the stem should be still crunchy, and the flower should be quite tender and soft, and so does the little young shoot of the leaves as well. So I just cook just around totally maybe about 2 minutes or 2.5. It wasn't long at all. So I really love it. So that's why I want to share this video with you. All done, looking really good, delicious and so fresh. I love the garlic, look at that. So in here I add 3 cloves of garlic. Maybe I should add another one. But just want to let you know that kind of the idea about the amount, how much garlic it is, and how much you want to add into your dish. So I think that is for the video today. I hope that you enjoy it. And if you haven't tried stir-fry pumpkin stem, pumpkin leaves, or shoot, and pumpkin petals, I highly recommend it. This is delicious. And thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next video.